Hey, everybody. We are live at the Poduty Live Podcast Theater. I'm Jeff Revilla, your host of Poduty in the News for July 7th, 2025. We've got 6 great stories coming your way. Live podcast economy, co-working and creator spaces, podcast festivals and events.
Yeah, it's Poduty in the News with Jeff Revilla, where the headlines drop and the mics get realer. DJ is talking sponsored stage, and Bozeman's co-work space, turning the page. Cheerful Earfuls laughing loud in London, New York, drawing a global crowds. On the Gorge brings a family flame. Live in Mumbai, redefining the game. Fanatics Fest gets podcast play as sports and culture collide in a big way. SF Fanatics with Fantasy Mike, TRM and Sanderson on panel night. It's Poduty in the News. Keep it in the news. It's Poduty in the News. Keep it in the news. It's Poduty in the News. Keep it in the news. It's Poduty in the News. Yeah. It's Poduty in the News, keeping it tight with Jeff Revilla, bringing stories to light. This is podcast news, recorded live. Catch you next week, same place, same vibe.
Well, that was the extended intro of this week's song. As you know, for this show, every week we do a new intro song, different styles of music, covering all the stories, so a little bit of foreshadowing in those songs. So if you haven't heard the other episodes we've recorded, go back just to listen to those songs. They're so much fun, and they really tell you what's coming up over the next 10 minutes. And we've got 6 great stories coming your way today. We've got the live podcasting economy. We're going to file that under live podcasting economy, mic check, sponsor check. And this comes to us from Digiday. As podcast advertising dollars soar, companies like SiriusXM and Vox Media are cashing in live. In 2025 alone, SiriusXM doubled its live podcast events and tripled its ad revenue from them. Meanwhile, Vox Media is already ahead of last year's pace with 21 branded tapings in 6 months. With coffee bars, branded studios, and high-impact sponsorships, live podcasts have become more than just a mic check. They're a full-fledged marketing experience. From Hershey's to Bullet Whiskey, sponsors are stepping on stage and into your ears. And I tease this a little bit on social media. This is an article from Digiday, and this is the crusade I've been on for 7 years. I'm talking about taking a podcast to a real-life experience in front of an audience, performing it live. And you're seeing this catch on in waves this year, in 2025 especially. Great article from Digiday. If you're interested in what we're doing here at the Poduty Live Podcast Theater, look at what Digiday and these big sponsors, these big players in the market are doing. You're going to be shocked at the parallels, and you're going to want to get involved and take your podcast live. Got a really cool story coming out of, I think, Montana. This is a new co-working and creator space from groceries to great ideas. A Bozeman landmark is trading shopping carts for shared ideas. Kiln, a boutique co-working brand, is transforming the former town and country building into a 300,000 square foot hub for entrepreneurs, creatives, and yes, podcasters. With amenities like a cafe, a theater, and a podcast room, Kiln's new space is designed to spark collaboration and community. And while the inside gets a modern makeover, the outside remains untouched. Director Carrie Stoner calls it more than just a workspace. It's an enriching life experience. Really cool new place coming to Montana. If you're doing podcasts in a place where you can record podcasts and they have a theater, that's the all-in-one. That's something you want to check out. Kiln in Montana. Our third story tonight, we're going to file this under podcast festivals and events. This comes to us from podnews.net. The giggle heard around the world. Comedy fans, pack your bags and your earbuds. Cheerful Earful 2025 is going global. The world's funniest podcast festival is back and bigger than ever, expanding from its London roots to Melbourne and, for the first time, New York City, with 15 days of live shows featuring headliners like The Puzzler, Go Touch Grass, and Trusty Hogs. This year's fest blends global reach with grassroots charm. From indie podcaster showcases to late night hangouts, the laughs will be loud and the lineups legendary. Catch it this October and see if we start to see other events like this coming to the United States all around the country. You'll want to see live event podcasts, these conferences, these meetups. They're popping up everywhere. This is the time to get involved with live podcasting, and this great event, Cheerful Earful, is another way to get involved and celebrate live podcasting. Be a part of something. Be in the moment. Our fourth story tonight, we're going to file under live shows, and this is Mike, Mom, and Mayhem. This comes to us from Dead Ant. Award-winning comedian Zarna Garg is bringing her entire family and their full volume to Mumbai for a one-night-only taping of the Zarna Garg Family Podcast Live, part of the Dead Ant's live signature series. This isn't just stand-up, it's family therapy with a laugh track, tackling TikTok culture wars, Desi parenting, and intergenerational chaos, with Zarna's 3 kids co-hosting and a Q&A session that promises a few roast-level interruptions. This live show doubles as a memoir launch party. Every ticket includes a copy of This American Woman. Bring your mom, your mother-in-law, and maybe some earplugs. And what a crossover event, taking their podcast live, releasing a book at the same time in front of a live audience. Again, creating those experiences, being present in the moment. That's what these theaters and spaces are doing. It's a new form of entertainment. Again, catch the wave here. Our fifth story tonight, we're going to file under podcast crossovers and pop culture. Pods, props, and playmakers comes to us from the San Diego Ville. Podcast mics are joining the roster at Fanatics Fest San Diego, where sports legends and pop culture collide this December. While the fest promises everything from memorabilia to mayhem, podcast fans can expect live tapings woven into the action, spotlighting athlete interviews, behind-the-scenes storytelling, and celebrity crossovers you won't find in your RSS feed. Podcasting is becoming a main event, not just a side stage, and fan-fueled events like this. This is just a great example of another place where people are getting together, and podcasting is an integral part of that experience. Recording shows live on location, being part of a community. These are very important things to grow podcasting and take it to the next level. And our final story tonight, filed under live podcast panels with epic voices, live choices, comes to us from the FanFi Addict. Seattle WorldCon 2025 just leveled up. SFF Addicts podcast is going live with a powerhouse panel featuring co-host Adrian M. Gibson, MJ Kuhn, and Greta Kelly. They're going to be joined by none other than George R.R. Martin, Brandon Sanderson, Robin Hobb, Rebecca Roanhorse, and Ryan Cahill. Titled The Shifting Landscape of Epic Fantasy, this live podcast episode will dive into how the genre is evolving across publishing, media, and cultural voices. Catch it August 15th at the con, live stream it, or listen when it drops in September. Again, can I stress this enough? These events are happening all over the country. That's what Poduty in the News is about. We're bridging the gap between helping you find these events and putting your butts in those seats at those events. And if you're interested in what we're doing, check out Poduty.com, Poduty.com. We have a whole theater set up just outside of Pittsburgh, specifically for live events for independent podcasters, independent creators, Poduty.com. And if you like this episode, our news is at news.poduty.com, news.poduty.com. Let's hear that theme music.
Yeah, it's Poduty in the News with Jeff Revilla, where the headlines drop and the mics get realer. DJ Day is talking sponsored stage, and Bozeman's co-work space, turning the page. Cheerful Earfuls laughing loud in London, New York, drawing a global crowd. Zarna Garg brings a family flame, live in Mumbai, redefining the game. Fanatics Fest gets podcast play, as sports and culture collide in a big way. SFF Addicts with Fantasy Mike, TRM and Sanderson on panel night. It's Poduty in the News. Keep it in the news. It's Poduty in the News. Keep it in the news. It's Poduty in the News. Keep it in the news. It's it's Poduty in the news. Yeah, it's Poduty in the news, keeping it tight with Jeff Revilla, bringing stories to light. This is podcast news, recorded live. Catch you next week, same place, same vibe.